Okay, now let's go ahead and install Apache 2. We explained where Apache fell in terms of a network stack last week. So let's go ahead and install it right now. First thing it is suggested is to update our system. So we can do sudo apt update and the 2 ampersands and then sudo apt upgrade. And just so you know, the 2 ampersands tell the system to run the 2 concurrent commands in sequence. So first it will run this, and then it will subsequently run this one without us having to type anything. And fortunately, everything is up to date. So this sets the table so that we can actually install the web server software known as Apache. Sudo apt install Apache. Now we installed Apache 2, which is vastly improved over the original Apache. The original Apache essentially was HTTPD, so it was basically the server as a service. And the problem is that it required so many patches. They did require the Apache 2 to take its place. Now we're going to say sudo systemctl enable Apache 2 so we can operate in the system in the background. And of course, I misspelled it. So systemctl. And you know what? I just wanted to tell you this is a lesson because you should always use the tab button wherever possible because it auto completes, and that makes sure that you're avoiding all of those little misspell mistakes. And then, so as I said, this enables the service. All right, and okay, and I think we have installed Apache, so we are good so far. Okay, so let's test out the web server. Here's some basic code so we can build essentially a basic website. So here we can do sudo instead of sudo sudo make dir var www html, and then we'll just do test website, and we will then utilize the echo command. So we'll say echo, and we'll say html head title example, and then we will close the title tag. That's just basic HTML. And then of course we have to close the head tag, and then we'll start the body. We'll open up the body tag, and we'll say header H1, and we'll say GFG, and then close the H1 tag. We'll say page, this is a test working on Debian. Paragraph, this is paragraph, not page. My apologies. My HTML classes that I taught were so long ago, probably 20 years ago by now. So we close the body tag, and then here we actually close the overall HTML tag, and then we use the delimiting character, and then we say sudo t var www html index.html. All right, and then we can do ls var www html test website, and there is my apologies. Okay, so we can do var www html, and there it is. The test website is the directory here, and index.html is there. So we can do cat var www html index.html, and we have our code right here because of the T command. All right, we are on our Windows client, and this is the capture, the Wireshark capture of the session of me logging, or not logging into the server, but connecting to the server by an HTTP request. And I just wanted to show you that we can actually do the same thing that we did before. We're going to filter out the port 80. And let me get my glasses on here. We can filter out only the port 80 line item. So I'm going to press enter, and this shows you the port 80 connections right here. So let's see. Where is a port 80? Let me just TCP port equals port 80. Okay, here we go. I had to press enter twice for some reason. So this is, we'll just go on one of them right here. We'll just do this one right here, and that's HTTP. And then we'll go to analyze and then follow and then TCP stream, and we can go all the way down here and we can take a look that this is the script, the little script that we wrote, sent in plain text that we are able to retrieve through Wireshark. And the reason why this is that HTTP itself was made at a time before any security concerns, so there was no native encryption or hashing that is done like there is these days. Now these days, most every important transaction, like going to your bank or going to school or anything involving PII data, will be sent through HTTPS, which is port 443. And in that case, everything is hashed and encrypted. So you're not going to see things that are being sent in plain text like this. And just so you know, yes, this should scare everyone into realizing that if this simple session can be captured in plain text, if you're at a coffee shop or whatever, what happens if just a regular client happens to connect to a website that does not use HTTPS? Imagine all the useful social engineering data that you can get, names, addresses, and things like that. Not only that, but even if you're not exchanging credit card numbers, you're exchanging names, dates, and hobbies and everything. Imagine the type of email that you could craft that could mention all of those things, and you could really fool somebody into giving you, all kinds of information.